All right, good evening, everyone. Brian Kniff alongside Buddy Tarbot in a very special edition of high school basketball on 98.7 The Coast. We are live at the Boardwalk Basketball Classic for one of the premier matchups that this tournament has ever seen, really. Two of the top 3 or 4 teams in South Jersey. Wildwood Catholic is basically playing host to Camden in what is a very much a marquee matchup here. Two of the better teams, not only in South Jersey, but across the state as well. And if you are listening out there on 98.7 The Coast, you can also find the live stream of this game. You can go to coastsportstoday.com. You can go to Matt Ulmer's page on YouTube. You can also go to the 98.7 The Coast webpage, and you can also go to the Coast Sports Today Facebook page. All the links are there, and you can watch this game live as well as listen along on the radio. So happy you could be with us, and happy that for our two flagship sponsors for this game, Crest Savings Bank, the flagship sponsor for high school basketball on the coast, and Ulmer's Appliance Repair for the sponsorship of the live video stream. It's been a good tournament so far, and we expect this one to be a really good game between two really good teams. And we've got a packed house here. We may have somewhere in the vicinity, Buddy, of maybe 1,000 people in the West Side gym here for this matchup between Camden and Wildwood Catholic, and it is really electric in this gym right now.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, Brian, you can feel the you can definitely feel, as you said, the electricity. And the tension in this gym, the excitement, you can cut it with a knife. I mean, people have come out of the woodwork from all over South Jersey in anticipation of this highly sought-after game. And as you touched on, it's not a stretch to say, to date, December 27th, this is probably the biggest game played in South Jersey, if not the entire state, against two talented teams with a great history, and obviously Camden High School coming down here to play in this gym. And what Camden has gone through in transition, they're very excited about their new head coach, who is a fellow Temple alumnus.
Yes,
your alma mater.
Yeah, Victor Karstafen has taken over the program for Camden. This is his first year, and we have a familiar face also sitting on their bench in Lamar Greer, who is an assistant coach, the Middle Township High School graduate, and the New Jersey Player of the Year as a senior in 1994. And so it was nice to see Lamar here this evening as well. And the interesting thing about this Camden team, is that they were only bringing back 2 starters, Lance Ware and Ethan Tart. But then they got 3 transfers from the Philadelphia Catholic League. Jerome Brewer from West Catholic, Nasir Lett from Roman Catholic, and Saquon Woodley from Newman Goretti. And these are 3 talented players that are mixing with the 2 returning starters. And they're off to a good start as Camden. They're 3-0. An 8-point win over Millville, a 4-point win over Cherokee, and then a 20-point win over Winslow right before Christmas. Wildwood Catholic, of course, is coming in at 5-0, and they are led by their 2 Division I recruits, the 2 juniors, the 6'6", Jaleel White, the 6'7", Taj Tweet, and emerging as really a 3rd star for this Wildwood Catholic team is junior Jacob Hopping. One interesting note, though, with this Wildwood Catholic team, Buddy, all 3 of those aforementioned players have been very ill over the last couple of days. I understand 1 or 2 of them did not even practice yesterday, so that is going to be something to watch as we go this evening. We got 3 incredibly good officials on this game. Scott Sagan, who did the Tournament of Champions final last year, Ocean City High School graduate Ricky Lipford, and Steve Big Game Selby, all on this game, and we've got 3 really good officials, obviously, on the basketball contest.
Yeah, and obviously John Rodeo, the assigner that is taking care of this tournament, he really did look at each matchup and made sure each matchup had a fitting 3 officials. And, earlier today we saw for the first time in Boardwalk basketball history, on the girls' side,
yes,
we had 3 female officials,
right,
which they did an outstanding job and refereed, a great basketball game.
So it's Wildwood Catholic and Camden coming up. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back with the starting lineups and the opening tip. High school basketball on 98.7 The Coast. Sponsored by Olmer's Appliance. High school basketball on the coast brought to you by Oliveri Chiropractic and Rehabilitation at 1501 Route 47 South in Rio Grande. Log on to oliverichiropractic.com for more info. Starters for Camden. They are wearing the purple away jerseys trimmed in white and gold. They'll have Ethan Tart and Elkanah Hidalgo in the backcourt. Lance Ware, Jerome Brewer, and Taquan Woodley are the forwards. For Wildwood Catholic, it is Jake McGonigal and Jaleel White and David Sarfati, Jacob Hopping, and Taj Thweet. Thweet really the only post player among them. White will play inside a little bit, but he's also more of a perimeter player. And Hopping at 6'2", is a better athlete than you might think when you look at his body. And he'll be in there contesting rebounds. And he can get up. He's 6'2", and he can get his hand up over the rim. So he'll be a key for Wildwood Catholic. The Crusaders, of course, coached by Dave DeWeese. They're wearing the home whites trimmed in blue. Steve Selby is the lead official. He has the basketball. He's about ready to walk into the center circle. And it will be Woodley jumping it up against Thweet. And, Camden is about 6'4", 6'8", 6'9" across the front. And I know Coach Dave DeWeese had said, if we can rebound, we'll have a chance. Camden wins the tip. Tart has it stripped out of his hands as he goes along the end line. It was knocked out of his hands by McGonigal, and Camden will have the basketball. And
a good job that time, Brian, by Jake McGonigal bodying up Tart and not giving way. Tart is a physical guy. He's built.
Tart back to Hidalgo. Swung into the corner, a long two on the way is good by Jerome Brewer. So it's 2-0 Camden.
And Camden showing patience offensively, moving the ball around the perimeter, finding Brewer for that wide open jump shot on that right baseline.
Taj Thweet for three, off the iron, no good for Wildwood Catholic. Lance Ware the rebound for Camden. His outlet pass, though, is too hot for Taquan Woodley and goes out of bounds, and Wildwood Catholic will have possession.
And that will be the first turnover of the basketball game. This one charged to the Panthers.
2-0 Camden.
And I think Wildwood Catholic shot the ball a little too quick for Coach DeWeese's liking on that last possession, Brian. They're going to be a little bit more patient.
McGonigal to Hopping. Hopping tripped coming through a maze of players, but he was able to regain possession for the Crusaders. White guarded here by Hidalgo. It's a 1-4 set for White. Couple crossover dribble. Slips it down low. Zarfati's little jumper's no good. Rebound brought down by Woodley. That was a good look by White. Zarfati just didn't knock it down.
That was a good look, and he hit Zarfati right there for a 10-foot jumper on that left baseline.
In the post to Ware trying to turn against White. Good defense, good help defense by Zarfati. Knocked it away. Hopping came up with the loose ball. Here's Thweet to the basket. He stuffs it with two hands, and we're tied at 2.
And they're right, Wildwood Catholic doing what they do best, dribbling with their head up. Thweet breaks out on that left side. They find him. he gathers himself under control and is able, as Brian said, to dunk the basketball.
Hidalgo right side to Tart. Tart into the lane, stripped, got it back in the air and laid it in. What a strong athletic play by Ethan Tart.
Yeah, and Ethan Tart did a great job, as you said. He had, not only did he have a hand on the ball, but somebody might have got a little bit of arm, but he powered it up and in. Camden on top now, 4-2.
White, a 17-footer, got it as he falls to the deck after losing his footing, but the basket is good, and we're tied at 4, 5:45 to go first quarter.
Boy, Jaleel White adds that to his repertoire, Brian. He's going to be very hard to guard.
Tart on the right side, behind a ball screen, fires a three. It's short, long rebound on the floor to McGonigal of Wildwood Catholic. Got it up to White. White drives, floats, had a shot blocked, and the rebound is taken down by Woodley, who was one of the players who got his hand on it. Pushing the basketball is Hidalgo. Got it in the corner to Brewer. Brewer brings it back out, and Camden settles it down. Here's Tart, kicks it back out to Hidalgo. Right side to Lance Ware. Ware puts it on the floor, flips it over to the left side. Now it's swung into the corner. 3-ball on the way is in and out. Rebound is battled for, brought down by Camden. Jump hook is no good by Woodley. Follow is good, however, by Lance Ware.
And at that time, Wildwood Catholic guilty on the defensive glass, not keeping Camden off. They gave him 3 opportunities, and the third one, the Panthers made him pay.
McGonigal stops on the left wing, gets a return pass now from White, resets the Crusader offense. Puts the ball on the floor, goes on the wing to White. White back to McGonigal. McGonigal off the glass and good.
And again,
Camden, White caught Camden double teaming, and that allowed McGonigal to slip to the rim, and he was wide open.
And McGonigal did a good job recognizing White found him, and he got himself an easy layup.
Brewer, Ware, and now Ware on the wing. Back to Tart, top of the key. Right side, Hidalgo. Tart now again. They lob it into the post to Woodley. Jump hook's no good. Rebound battled for. Woodley comes out of there with it. Shot up is good. And it's 8-6 Camden. Camden's best offense right now is the missed shot. They just go get it off the rim. McGonigal pounding the left-hand dribble. Got it to Zarfati. Zarfati's actually being guarded by the 6'9 Lance Ware. Zarfati's only about 5'10. Kind of an interesting matchup there. Here's Hopping in the corner. Zarfati, high post to McGonigal. Back to Hopping. They've got a mismatch inside with White if they can get it to him. They finally do. He kicks across. McGonigal fakes, steps into the foul line area, fakes, off the glass and good.
And again,
faked the pass to hold the defender to the floor and floated it up and in.
Jake McGonigal again doing a good job, Brian. Good dribble penetration. As you said, he fakes the pass to the right, kept the ball, hit a nice little floater up and in. It's now 8-8 in the first quarter, 3:05 to play.
Woodley to Hidalgo for 3, and it's good. As he hit the deck trying to buy an and one out of that, referees' whistles were silent, but it's Camden up by 3 at 11-8, 2:50 to go. And the great thing about this game so far, buddy, is we haven't had a foul committed. And Wildwood Catholic nearly turns it over, but McGonigal was able to get that loose ball. Now it's White on the left wing. Driving to the basket off the glass, no good. Rebound brought down by Ware. Lance Ware pushing for the Camden Panthers. Ware into the paint, kicks out. Hidalgo another 3. Short. Rebound brought down by Woodley. Woodley might have gotten away with an offensive foul and then rattles in a foul line jumper.
And right now, Wildwood Catholic is getting beat badly on the offensive boards by Camden.
Thweet to the basket, no good but a foul. And this will be the first foul of the game with 2:15 to go in the first quarter. And Wildwood Catholic really needed this. And they did the right thing there. They got something going toward the basket as Camden had scored 5 straight points. It's 13-8, Panthers on top. And Taj Sweet will go to the line for the Wildwood Catholic Crusaders. Free throw is good. Wildwood Catholic has struggled at the line this year so far as a team.
And right now, Brian, on the glass, rebounding, Camden has out-rebounded the Crusaders 8-1. Camden has 4 offensive and 4 defensive rebounds to Wildwood Catholic's 1 rebound.
Nasir Lett for Camden. Ben Church for Wildwood Catholic each check in. Thweet made both free throws. It's 13-10, Camden a lead and the ball. 2:10 to go first quarter.
That foul was called on Jerome Brewer for the Panthers, his first, team's first.
Ware doubled, kicks across, and he threw it in between two players, and the ball goes all the way into the backcourt and out of bounds, and Wildwood Catholic will have it.
And that's going to be the third turnover against Camden. That's what's keeping Wildwood Catholic close so far here in the early going.
McGonigal takes it right side in front of Camden's bench. Hopping in the corner, brings the ball out, and he'll reset the offense. Was looking for a ball screen. One wasn't coming, so he flipped it over to McGonigal. McGonigal gets that ball screen. Oh, what a great hedge and steal by Taquan Woodley. He'll go to the basket and lay it up and in.
And Woodley, as you said, did a good job. Went strong to the basket after stripping McGonigal. Gets that layup to go down. 15-10, 1:25 to play first quarter. Camden
hopping for
top.
three, no good. Here's Camden with the rebound. Ethan Tart pushing. Tart into the middle, off the glass, no good. Tipped up and in by Jerome Brewer.
And
Camden by 7.
That time Wildwood Catholic caught flat-footed on the defensive glass, and Brewer just came through there untouched and got the putback.
White, had Church wide open underneath, threw it too high and out of bounds. And, you know, when you play a team like Camden, buddy, with all this defensive pressure, it's your speed of execution that needs to be good. And right now, Wildwood Catholic's is not.
Well,
but Jewel Figueroa and Deuce Chestnut each check in for the Panthers.
And Camden, with that defensive pressure, is forcing Wildwood Catholic to shoot the ball a little bit quicker than I'm sure Coach DeWeese wants them to.
Ball loose on the floor. Great play by McGonigal for the steal. Hopping with it. Goes back to McGonigal across the division line in the corner to White. White, baseline drive. Spins as he's shut off. Back to Thweet. Here's McGonigal, a straightaway three. It is short. Hopping nearly got the offensive rebound but lost it. And it goes out of bounds. Hopping slipped inside of Lance Ware but couldn't hang on to the basketball.
Yeah, that time Hopping did do a good job, and Jake McGonigal was wide open just beyond the arc, the top of the key. That's a shot Coach DeWeese has talked about. He wants Jake taking that shot. He just didn't get enough lift in his feet, and the shot came up short.
Zarfati back in for Wildwood Catholic and Woodley back in for Camden. Here's Brewer with the basketball, trapped. His pass is tipped, stolen away by the Crusaders. White had the deflection. Hopping in the corner to White. White a drive to the basket, he is fouled. And White was going to the basket and getting to the rim come hell or high water, and he got fouled hard, and he'll have to earn 2 at the free throw line with Camden ahead 17-10 with 14 seconds to go in the period.
And that foul is going to be on Deuce Chestnut, number 13 for the Panthers. His first, just a second team foul. Only 2 fouls have been called here in this first quarter as Jaleel White misses the first free throw. 14.6 seconds to play here in period number 1. Camden on top 17-10.
White got the second one to roll in. 13 seconds to go in the quarter. Nasir Lett, cross-court pass. They get it down low to Brewer. Pass across, and a dunk by Taquan Woodley. And that'll end the period with Camden ahead 19-11. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast.
Ladies and gentlemen, after an exciting first quarter.
All right, back at the Wildwoods Convention Center at the Boardwalk Basketball Classic. Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbot, and Camden 19, and Wildwood Catholic 11 after one quarter. High school basketball on the coast is proudly brought to you by Crest Savings Bank, banking since 1919 with branches to serve you throughout Cape May County. Visit them online at crestsavings.com. Lucky Bones in Cape May, the warmth of a hometown atmosphere. Great food with great friends and ice-cold craft beer. Lucky Bones at the foot of the bridge in Cape May. Sound Advice and Video, the local source for all of your audio and video needs. Sound Advice at 336 96th Street in Stone Harbor, or log on to visitsoundadvice.com. Wildwood Catholic with the ball, trailing 19-11 to Camden.
Brian, a big stat that jumps right off that stat sheet. Wildwood Catholic out-rebounded in that first quarter 11-1. 5 offensive rebounds, 6 defensive for Camden. And that is a real big factor in why they have this 8-point lead.
Sweet, a fall-away jumper. Great play by Zarfati to knock the rebound away and give White a chance to collect it. Here's White on the left side to Thweet along the baseline. He runs into his own player, McGonigal, and it goes out of bounds.
And that's going to be the 3rd turnover against Wildwood Catholic. In that first quarter, Camden turned it over 5 times. So Camden's 5 turnovers. Camden also shot the ball, Brian, 9 for 15 from the floor for 60%. Catholic was 4 of 11.
Ware goes over to Let for 3. It's short. Rebound to McGonigal. McGonigal trying to push. Comes up across the division line, spins away from the defense of Deuce Chestnut. Got it to Jacob Hopping, to the basket. Shot is blocked. Rebound by Thweet. That shot is blocked, and Camden comes down with the rebound. The blocks were by Brewer and Woodley. Here's Ware on the left side, and he lost it. Threw his hands and out of bounds.
And right there, Brian, Taj Thweet, his mistake on that offensive putback attempt. He gets that rebound. He had to go up quicker. He used his right hand on the left side of the rim, put the ball right in the face of the Camden defender, and made it an easy shot to block.
McGonigal really getting hounded by Tart here, and it gets fouled.
And Ethan Tart not happy with that call.
One thing you have to worry about, too, from Wildwood Catholic's vantage point, buddy, is right now, until Deshaun Lopez gets eligible after the 30-day transfer sit-out, they are not very deep. Camden's already played 8 players in this game. And Wildwood Catholic, Ben Church got a cameo for about 30 seconds. Here's Thweet spinning in the lane, jump hook off the glass, no good. Rebound brought down by Tart. Tart has it for Camden and gets it over to Woodley. Back to Tart, and he'll walk it up across the division line.
And that shot was contested by 2 different Camden defenders, making it a very difficult shot for Thweet.
Brewer, an 18-footer, that's short. Zarfati the rebound. Wildwood Catholic trying to run. Thweet around the back dribble. Great pass to Hopping. Layup is no good. White had the rebound tipped away. Here comes Camden the other way. Chestnut is fouled by McGonigal on the floor.
And that's a tough foul right there, but it is the right call. Chestnut was out of control and really was going nowhere, but maybe into a turnover, except there was contact between him and McGonigal, and the official was forced to call that foul.
Hidalgo back in the game. He has the ball for Camden in the corner to Ethan Tart. Now it's Hidalgo again. Bounces to Tart on the right wing, picked up by McGonigal. Tart around a screen, holds the dribble, bounces in the post to Ware. Ware working against White. Ball's loose on the floor. Great play by White to dive in and create a jump ball there.
That was a big-time hustle play by Jaleel White, the 6'6" junior.
I think White got a little banged up there. Camden is going to call a timeout. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well back after this 30-second break on 98.7 The Coast. Catholic 11. 5:45 to go, second quarter. High school basketball on the coast brought to you by Sturdy Savings Bank. Banking with a personal touch. Sturdy Savings Bank proudly supports Cape May County High School basketball. Visit them online at sturdyonline.com for all of your banking or financial needs. The Mad Batter restaurant at the Carroll Villa Hotel is Cape May's tradition for over 40 years. Open every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The Mad Batter at 19 Jackson Street. And Wildwood Catholic really having trouble in the paint at both ends of the floor.
Well, and right now, Wildwood Catholic doing a little better job rebounding. They're up to 5 team rebounds.
Camden gets it in.
And Camden has also turned it over 6 times compared to Wildwood Catholic's 3 turnovers.
Lance Ware, top of the key, goes to Elkanah Hidalgo. Back to Ware. Jumper's no good. Rebound, Taj Thweet. And Wildwood Catholic will have the basketball. Here's Jaleel White. White, crossover dribble, kicks to who? Sarfati. Now it's Thweet. Thweet holds, puts it on the floor, drives, gets to the rim, ball fakes, gets it up and in.
I'll tell you what, that time Thweet did a great job. He just went right around Taquan Woodley with a good ball fake to the inside, and then he just went down that left side of the lane, had Woodley on his back, and was able to score the basket. And that was a big basket. Wildwood Catholic needed that.
19-13. Crusaders are in zone defense here for the first time all night, really. High post pass nearly stolen by Zarfati, but it goes right back to Tart. And Camden will reset with Lance Ware. We'll talk about a dimension that Ware brings, buddy, at his size, that he can go out and help with ball handling duties on the perimeter. Left side to Tart.
Yeah,
Tart
absolutely.
in front of the Wildwood Catholic bench.
A 6'9" junior.
Yep, swings it over to Deuce Chestnut. Back to Tart. Tart fakes, dribbles, kicks. 3 ball by Chestnut is good.
Well, Deuce Chestnut is the perimeter shooter for this team. That's his second 3 ball.
White foul line area, lost the dribble, goes in the corner, Thweet for 3, and that's good. Wildwood Catholic needed that. Camden had opened their largest lead at 9, and now it's back to 6 at 22-16.
And Thweet hit that from that left
Here's
baseline.
Ware right down the lane, and the layup is good, getting a good feed from Elkanah Hidalgo. Here's White running for the Crusaders, got it to Zarfani, rejected by Taquan Woodley.
And that last basket for Camden, that was just too easy. Nice little heads-up play by the Camden offensively. But Wildwood Catholic needs to do a better job and help defense.
Here's Hopping with the basketball, hands off to White. Jaleel White walks it back out toward the top of the key. Here's McGonigal in the corner to Hopping. Hopping a baseline drive, fakes, tried to pass across to Thweet. It's knocked out of bounds by Tart.
3:34 to play here in the second quarter. It is Camden High 24, Wildwood Catholic 16.
Hopping for 3 off the inbound, no good. Rebound is going to go off of Camden and out of bounds.
And again, Lance Ware is really very active on both ends of the floor, Brian. He does a very good job. He's a very quick 6'9" with a wide wingspan.
Here's White on the left side. Goes right side to Hopping, back to White. White again. Camden's in a 2-3 zone here. And Wildwood Catholic looking for an opening. They lob high post to Thweet. Backdoor pass was tipped and stolen away. He was looking for Church cutting across the baseline, who was open.
That's going to be the 4th turnover against Wildwood Catholic.
24-16, Camden on top with the ball. Lance Ware, couple crossover dribbles. Passes over to Hidalgo in the low post to Woodley. Turns, fires, and scores.
What a tough shot by Taquan Woodley. He caught that ball, was able to recover nicely, and then throws a little jump hook in Taj Thweet's face.
Thweet for 3. That's missed badly.
Coach Dave DeWeese not happy with that shot.
Tart steps into a 16-footer, and it's good. And Wildwood Catholic calls a timeout. All Camden right now. They lead at 28-16 with 2:31 to go second quarter. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast. Marty Tarbott and Camden pulling away from Wildwood Catholic a little bit here. 28-16, 2:31 to go, second quarter. We thank our flagship sponsors for this game, Crest Savings Bank, as well as Ulmer's Appliance Service for all of your appliance repair needs. Give them a call in the Wildwoods area, 523-0100. And the live video stream brought to you by Ulmer's Appliance. Good luck to all of the players in tonight's game from the Greater Wildwoods Tourism Improvement and Development Authority. And, of course, Guatita, a proud sponsor and supporter of high school basketball, both on the radio and here at the Boardwalk Basketball Classic.
Interesting stat, Brian. Camden has yet to go to the free throw line in this game so far in the first half. 2:15 to play. It is 28-16. The Camden High Panthers on top of the Wildwood Catholic High School Crusaders.
Hopping high post to McGonigal, in the low post to Thweet, kicked out to White. White for three, spins in and out. Church kept the rebound alive momentarily, but Chestnut comes away with it for Camden. Chestnut down the lane, kicks. Now it's swung in the corner. Hidalgo off the side of the backboard, but the layup is good by Woodley on the follow.
Oh, and again, nobody there to box out, and to Quan Woodley, the 6'7" sophomore, easy pickings for Woodley, and he just gets the putback.
Camden is beating Wildwood Catholic 17-8 on the rebounding battle, and 30-16 on the scoreboard. Here's White over to Hopping. Hopping a deep three. That's no good. Long rebound to Thweet. Thweet high post. Great pass from McGonigal down to Church, and he lays it up and in.
And that's what Wildwood Catholic needs to do. They need to continue to be a little patient and move the ball crisply against this Panther defense. That's easier said than done with the way Camden moves their feet and the length of their players.
Hidalgo over to Chestnut. High post to Ware. Ware guarded by White. Backs it away. Goes right side to Tart. Tart around a screen. Top of the lane. Bulling his way in. Might have gotten away with a walk. That basket is not going to count. They're going to say offensive basket interference on Woodley, who touched the ball while it was still bouncing on the cylinder or above the cylinder. So Wildwood Catholic will have the ball with 49 seconds to go in the half.
And Ethan Tart, a 6'1" senior, I would imagine he is built like a defensive back for the Camden High football team. He is one strong
backdoor lob, and they had it, but the pass wasn't executed, and Wildwood Catholic turns it over. Here's a pass across. Tart lays it in.
And Camden makes them pay. The long rebound off of that, or I should say, over the fumbled alley-oop attempt, and Camden gets it, rips and runs, and gets an easy layup. 32-18, 12 seconds to go, first quarter.
White between the circles. 5 seconds to go. He's got to go quickly. Here's Hopping, a deep three. Got it. Jacob Hopping giving Wildwood Catholic a little bit of momentum anyway at the buzzer as he knocks down a long three-pointer. But it's Camden 32, Wildwood Catholic 21 here at the half at the Boardwalk Basketball Classic. We'll take a 4-minute timeout. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast.
Brian, on the flip side of that, Wildwood Catholic, they shot 8 for 25, excuse me, for 32% in that first half. They were 2 for 9 from beyond the arc. Camden was 2 of 6, so both teams have made 2 3-pointers. Wildwood Catholic's second 3-pointer came at the buzzer by that about 24-footer that Jacob Hopping threw down, and that was the first points of the half for Jacob Hopping as well. So Wildwood Catholic, they need to get into that locker room and come out and do a much better job, obviously, on the boards, especially the offensive glass. They need to keep, they're not boxing out at all. They need to get some bodies on these Camden players and keep them off that offensive glass, because, you know, as you're scanning down this stat sheet, Camden has outscored Wildwood Catholic points in the paint, 20-10. Second chance points, Camden has 10 of those. Wildwood Catholic has 2. So, you know, again, there's a telltale right there. It's the rebounding that is really hurting Wildwood Catholic. And we talked about before the game, and you talked to Coach DeWeese, and, you know, it's sometimes the game is as simple as saying, okay, if we can rebound, if we can keep them off the glass, you know, we have a chance. And as of right now, the first 16 minutes, that has not happened.
32-21, Camden on top of Wildwood Catholic here at the Boardwalk Basketball Classic. High school basketball on the coast brought to you by Drake Pest Management. Their certified, highly trained technicians will provide environmentally responsible pest management serving Cape May, Cumberland, and Atlantic counties. Call them at 609-861-9200 or check out drakepestmanagement.com. Cabrera Companies Real Estate and more. Log on to CabreraCompanies.com. Find them on Facebook or call them toll-free today at 1-855-633-2300. Cabrera Companies Real Estate and more. 32-21, Wildwood Catholic trailing Camden here at the half. And our live video stream brought to you by Ulmer's Appliance Service. For all of your appliance repair needs in Cape May County, give them a call. And the Wildwood area number is 609-523-0100.
And Brian, the other thing, too, that we have to point out to our listeners and viewers, the simple fact that there was 4 personal fouls called in that entire first half. 3 against the Camden High Panthers and 1 against Wildwood Catholic.
Yeah,
so,
and Wildwood Catholic actually needs that. Their lack of depth right now, they can't afford to have anybody in foul trouble.
And Camden did not get to the foul line. They did not attempt a free throw in that first half. And Wildwood Catholic, they were 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. So, you know, there is a lot of time left in this basketball game. But Wildwood Catholic obviously has got to come out and play much more physical and play a little more aggressive defensively, not offensively. They got to be patient.
Take a 30-second break. Back with the start of the second half right after this. High school basketball, 98.7 The Coast. Side, Buddy Tarbotton. Camden leading Wildwood Catholic in this Andrew Alamino Memorial Boys Showcase game, 32-21 at the half. Wildwood Catholic will have possession here after making that 3 at the buzzer of the first half to get to within 11. High school basketball on the coast brought to you by the Original Fudge Kitchen with locations in Cape May, Wildwood, Stone Harbor, and Ocean City. Shop their variety of fudge, candy, chocolates, and saltwater taffy. Also, check out their large assortment of sugar-free selections. Wildwood Catholic with the ball to start the second half. Here's Jake McGonigal in the backcourt against Ethan Tart of Camden. McGonigal holds the dribble. Looking for Hopping in the corner. Can't get it to him. They come out high to Zarfati. Fakes, gets in the foul line area. Kicks to Hopping. Hopping a baseline drive, kicks out to White. White steps in, 18-footer is no good. Rebound brought down by Lance Ware of Camden. Ware got it up to Hidalgo, and it's an offensive foul. McGonigal was standing there waiting for Hidalgo. He didn't realize McGonigal was there. Hidalgo turned, lowered his shoulder, and committed the offensive foul.
Yeah, that time Jake McGonigal just made a very good fundamental defensive play, and he was playing it there in plenty of time. And as Brian said, Hidalgo just lowered his shoulder and bowled McGonigal right over.
McGonigal lobs low to White. White shot rejected. Ball's loose on the floor. Picked up by Hopping. That was Woodley on the block. Hopping a fall-away jumper, no good. Woodley the rebound. Boy, Camden really guards the paint, buddy. You can't get an open look against them in there. Everything's contested. Here's Hidalgo, takes it left side, flips it over to Ethan Tart, and now we're going to have a foul called against, looks like Wildwood Catholic.
And they're going to get that foul. It's going to be called on Jake McGonigal. And McGonigal is going to pick up his first team foul against Wildwood Catholic. Both team fouls against the Crusaders have been assessed to Jake McGonigal.
Pass in the post, tipped away by Thweet. And they're going to say it went off of Camden and out of bounds. So good play by Thweet, getting out in front of the post entry pass.
Well, 6:44 to go, third quarter. 32-21 Wildwood Catholic trails. Brian, on those first two possessions, Wildwood Catholic shooting the ball too quick.
McGonigal into the paint, got it to White. White crossover dribble, kicks in the corner. McGonigal fakes, steps in, 17-footer is good.
That time a little ball movement, a little back and forth between White and McGonigal. White gave it back to McGonigal. He drove that left baseline.
Tart is trapped. Well, talk about ball strong. He got out of there, got right into the lane, and got fouled.
And they're going to give that foul again. That's going to be on number 0, Jake McGonigal. So the senior, the 6'1" guard, picks up his third personal foul.
He's the only player for Wildwood Catholic who's committed a foul this evening.
Yes, that's his third foul, second team foul here in the second half. And we'll see if Coach Dave DeWeese elects to sub him out. And McGonigal scored the only bucket so far. As
McGonigal will remain in the game. Tart made one of two. It's 33-23, Camden on top. Here's White against some zone pressure from Camden. Wildwood Catholic breaks it pretty easily. Thweet did the basket, layup no good, got his own rebound, jump hook is good.
And he stuck with it that time. Good strong move to drive that right baseline. But again, a contested shot, but he did stick with his miss. Was able to get the putback, pulls Wildwood Catholic to within 8.
Tart, a floater is good over Thweet, who was closing in an attempt to block the shot. 35-25, Camden on top. Here's Hopping, top of the key.
And Ethan Tart now with 9 points for Camden.
Wildwood Catholic is actually spreading the floor here, and they give it to White. White against Hidalgo, into the lane, scooping layup, no good. Followed by Thweet, is blocked by Woodley. Woodley trapped in the backcourt, outlet pass tipped, and White will lay it up and in. Great double team by White and Thweet. If you're a soccer fan, that was kind of like the high press there.
and Woodley that time, the sophomore, just looking for help, and all his teammates ran away from him.
Tart into the post to Ware to a cutter. It's loose on the floor. That ball's going to be knocked off of a Camden player and out of bounds.
Good job.
Go ahead, bud. Sorry.
Good job that time by the sophomore, David Sarfati. He went after that loose ball, Brian. Saw he couldn't get it as far as get possession and pick it up. So he reached and slapped it off of a Camden player.
35-27, Camden on top. Timeout on the floor. Back after this, 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast. Brian Kniff, Buddy Tarbott, back at the Convention Center here on 98.7 The Coast and on the live stream brought to you by Olmer's Appliance Service. Wildwood Catholic with a little bit of a surge here. They were down 11 at the half. They trail by 8 now. They have the basketball. 4:53 to go third quarter. Camden showing some full court man-to-man pressure.
Well, big possession right here for the Crusaders, Brian. They do not have to come down and shoot quickly.
White's pass, and he threw it away. Stolen away by Woodley. Woodley got it to Tart, back to Woodley. Woodley to the basket. The layup is good.
And I'll tell you what, Camden ran the break that time to near perfection, giving the ball up, not trying to dribble through, and Tart back to Woodley. Woodley for a layup.
Zarfati into the paint, off the glass, and good. Good move by David Zarfati. Sophomore guard gets the basket. Back to an 8-point lead for Camden. Panthers have the basketball. Tart around a ball screen. Good hedge and recover by Thweet to prevent anything from developing there for the Panthers. Now it's left side to Nasir Lett. He drives the baseline and floats it in.
Nasir Lett, that was a tough move along that left baseline. Nice little running floater. Lett really, that was a nice shot. Looked like he had nowhere to go, and then he stopped on a dime, one up, and knocked it down.
Here's White. Back to hopping for Wildwood Catholic. They trail by 10, 3:40 to go third quarter. In the corner to Taj Thweet. Thweet looking, still looking, lobs it out to McGonigal. McGonigal holds, got it to White on the right side. White is fouled, and that foul will go against Nasir Lett. Lett was trying to sell an offensive foul, and the only thing Ricky Lipford would buy was a block.
Yes. And I'll tell you what, Nasir Lett, he's a sophomore, 5'10 sophomore. Yeah, he did a good job of trying to sell that, but he wasn't going to get it that time.
McGonigal against Tart. Gets a ball screen from Thweet. Slips it to Thweet. Thweet is fouled, and he'll go to the line. Nice high screen and roll there, and Taj Thweet will go to the line for 2 free throws.
39-29, Camden on top. 3:19 to play here in the third quarter.
Thweet's first is good. Ben Church checks in for David Zarfati for Wildwood Catholic. Well, there's a picture there, buddy. You got Lamar Greer, the Camden assistant, in the ear of Victor Karstarfin, the head coach. He's talking about two of the best high school basketball players in South Jersey history right there.
Absolutely.
Thweet made both free throws.
If not the state.
Yeah, 39-31. Camden on top. Tart to the basket. He's fouled by Thweet, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
And both went on to have very good college careers. Lamar Greer at Florida State and Vic Karstarfin, after starting at the University of Cincinnati,
right,
then transferred over to Temple, where he had a great career, made 2 Elite Eights under the legendary coach John Chaney. And Karstarfin had a career that, legendary stuff is made of. That's why Camden was so happy to bring him back.
Well, one thing you can say, buddy, they are very tough defensively, and they are disciplined offensively. And with the athletic ability and the size that they have, they got a real good formula for their team right now.
And they're very young.
Yes, Tart made both free throws. Oh, that was a great pass by McGonigal. Thweet just dropped it. And now Camden driving, passing, and the layup is good by Brewer.
And that was
And now all of a sudden it's a 12-point game again.
And that was Woodley, the 6'9 Woodley, finding his teammate under the basket on a good look for an easy layup.
Here's White, stops, foul line jumper, couldn't get the roll. Rebound brought down by Ware. Ware outlets it to Brewer. Brewer to the basket. Some contact, no call, and Brewer lays it up and in.
And again, Jerome Brewer, he's a 6'7" sophomore. He just did a good job. He did not let that incidental contact bother him. And just like that, Camden now up 14, 45-31, 2:05 to play third quarter.
Hopping, cutting to the basket. His left-handed layup is good. Good find by Ben Church. Timeout Wildwood Catholic. They trail 45-33. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. go here in the third quarter. Wildwood Catholic is going to try to speed this game up here, and they're going to press full court here. They have some trouble getting it in, and it's loose on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball possession to Camden.
Well, again,
I think Wildwood Catholic got away with a foul there. Brewer, maybe not a foul, but Brewer was inadvertently hit in the chin by a defender flying by, and he kind of paused for a second, and that allowed White to reach in and tie him up, knock the ball away, and then a total tie-up and a jump ball possession to Camden.
And Camden has turned it over 10 times, Wildwood Catholic 6. But Camden still dominating the boards 2-1. 22 boards to Wildwood Catholic's 11.
Brewer bounces right side to Ware, and the pass is tipped out of bounds by White. I think White is thinking it went off of Ware, but I believe that the official passed on a foul and just gave Camden possession. Inbounded to Lett, stolen away by Hopping. Hopping got it to White. White across the division line. Down the lane to the basket, he is fouled. White really threw himself into Brewer there and said, if I'm not going to score, I'm going to make sure I get to the line. That's a great play by Jaleel White.
Yeah, Jaleel White made up the line, Brian, and he was going to the basket, and he was going strong. And as you said, if he wasn't going to be able to finish, he was drawing contact. And that's what he did, and he got himself to the line. However, he misses that first free throw. Another stat that jumps right out at you, field goal percentage. Camden is 20 for 31 from the floor for just under 65%.
White missed the first, made the second. It's 45-34. They get it in to Tart. Tart across the division line. Oh, what a great bounce pass to Brewer. His layup is good. Here comes McGonigal. Right side to Thweet. Thweet to the basket. Layup is good. And it's 47-36.
Wildwood's got to start getting, Wildwood Catholic's got to start getting some stops defensively.
Here's Ware, double teamed, got it in the corner to Brewer. Brewer comes out high to Tart. 58 seconds to go in the period. Tart against Hopping. Now here is Brewer. Got it over to Woodley. And now Tart on the left wing. Tart behind the back dribble, backs away, goes to Ware. Lance Ware dribbles to the right side. And that's an offensive foul. No, a blocking foul called on McGonigal, and that's his fourth.
And as Brian said, Jake McGonigal will pick up his fourth personal foul. It's going to be the fourth team foul against Wildwood Catholic here in the second half. McGonigal will be subbed out. Ben Church back in the game.
37 seconds to go. Camden by 11. They have the basketball. Deuce Chestnut goes to Taquan Woodley. He's called for traveling. He switched his pivot feet.
And the 6'7" sophomore had the ball a little bit far away from the basket, probably further than Coach Vic Karstoffen would want. You know, his 6'7" sophomore with the ball.
Yeah, and you know, not that it's a big deal. Woodley really could have been given a delay of game warning. He placed the ball on the floor and walked away rather than giving it to an official. And now we have a hand-checking foul called against Deuce Chestnut with 21 seconds to go in the period. And Wildwood Catholic trailing by 11. Crusaders looking for a basket here to close the third period.
Chestnut picks up his second personal foul. It's the fifth team foul against the Panthers here in the second half. 15 seconds to play, third quarter.
Zarfati down the lane, got away with a walk, and then his jump hook is good. Jump shot is good, I should say. 9-point game. Here comes Ware. 4 seconds to go. Ware down the lane. Shot is blocked, but a foul.
Wildwood Catholic bench not happy with that, but nonetheless, that foul is going to be called on Taj Thweet. Thweet picks up his second personal foul, fifth team foul. 0.5 seconds left to play here in the third quarter.
You know, Crusader faithful not happy with the call, but Ware had no chance really to make that shot, and Thweet kind of reached down with the arm. Free throw's no good. Tip by Brewer is no good as the buzzer sounds. End of 3 quarters. It's Camden 47, Wildwood Catholic 38. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast.
The Panthers lead the Crusaders 47.
Camden leading Wildwood Catholic in this Andrew Alamino Memorial Boys Showcase game. High school basketball on the coast brought to you by the North Wildwood Recreation Center. They're a proud sponsor of high school sports, and they'd like to commend all of the fine young athletes in the area for their hard work both on and off the court. For information on all camps and programs, give them a call at 609-522-2955 or check them out online at northwildwood.com. And, of course, our flagship sponsor, Crest Savings Bank, banking since 1919 with branches to serve you throughout Cape May County. Visit crestsavings.com. And, of course, we thank Ulmer's Appliance Service for the live video stream. For all of your appliance repair needs in Cape May County, give them a call. The Wildwood area number is 609-523-0100. Wildwood Catholic the ball as we start the 4th quarter. They trail by 9. And McGonigal has to start the 4th quarter on the bench with those 4 fouls for the Crusaders. Hopping bounces to Zarfati. Zarfati holding, trying to drive, goes to the basket, dishes off to Thweet. Thweet kicks out to Hopping. Hopping driving, fall away jumper, no good, short, long rebound, comes to Church. Church jumper in the lane is good. Good job by Wildwood Catholic to keep that possession alive, knocking away the ball and keeping it loose until it falls to Ben Church and he knocks it down. The Crusaders are within 7 at 47-40.
And Brian, just like that, yes, now it's a 7-point game, and Wildwood Catholic gets a stop here. This could be very big for the Crusaders.
Brewer holding, really hounded nicely by Ben Church. Spinning in the lane, jump hook is no good, floor rebound to Thweet, and it was Woodley who missed the shot. Here comes White. White down the lane, shovels off to Hopping, ball fakes, layup, no good, but a foul. And a great ball fake by Jacob Hopping in among the trees to get a Camden player in the air, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Well, that time, Jaleel White did a great job with his dribble penetration. He went from right a little bit to the left inside that lane, found Hopping open, and as Brian said, a big pump fake by Hopping, getting the Camden defender up in the air. He absorbed the contact, attempted the shot, knowing he wasn't probably going to be able to make it, but nonetheless, he gets to the line for 2.
Hopping's second free throw is good. He made both. It is now a 5-point game. 6:51 to go. And it is Hidalgo. And now it's Tart on the right side. Tart back to Brewer, top of the key. Brewer looking in the post, can't get it there. Now they finally get it to Ware against White. Ware backs away, had the ball knocked away. They're going to call it travel.
Yes. And that is a good call. Ware's looking for some kind of a, he's thinking he got fouled.
Well, he may have, I think he was arguing that, but I think there could have been an argument that the ball was tipped by a Wildwood Catholic player. But the officials deeming no, and it's a travel on Ware. And Wildwood Catholic is down 5. Here's Thweet in the lane. Dips in, and he is fouled. And Taj Thweet will go to the line to try to cut further into this Camden lead.
47-42, Camden on top. 6:15 to play, 4th quarter. And as Brian just said, now Taj Thweet will go to the line.
First one is good. Wildwood Catholic, second one's no good. Rebound taken by Camden. Wildwood Catholic trailed by as much as 14. They're now down 4. Here's Brewer on the left side. Brewer gets it back to Hidalgo. Hidalgo against Zarfati. Still holding the dribble. Zarfati really hounding Hidalgo. They get it to Ware. Ware takes it right side, goes around the man at the ball, tipped away, passes across to Woodley. Woodley a jump hook, off the iron, no good. Rebound, Jaleel White. Here come the Crusaders, down 4. 5:45 to go. Zarfati in the corner, got it back to White. Right wing, White to Hopping. Hopping a deep 3. Bang!
Oh, baby. Jacob Hopping hits that one from about 25 feet. He might have been ankle deep in the ocean.
Timeout Camden, 47-46. The Panthers still a 1-point lead. 5:31 to go in the fourth. Back after this 30-second timeout on 98.7 The Coast. Started the fourth quarter on an 8-0 run, and now they trail by just a point. They were down by as much as 14 in the first half. It's 47-46. And, we often talk, buddy, about the acoustics in this place when you got a big crowd, and the Wildwood Catholic people really let out a roar on that deep 3 by Jacob Hopping to make it a 1-point game.
And, Brian, obviously, when the team makes a run, Wildwood Catholic making a run now, at Camden, you can feel the energy starting to ratchet back up in the building. And Camden, Victor Starfin calls obviously a timeout, and he's going to settle his troops down. Be interesting to see right now how Camden responds.
Hidalgo tried to pass over to Tart. Hopping tipped it out of bounds. Wildwood Catholic is really coming out and pressuring the basketball on the perimeter.
Well, that time, Hopping did a good job taking that passing lane away. Zarfati on the ball on Hidalgo.
Here's Ware looking inside, can't get it there, goes to Woodley. Woodley drives, he is fouled from behind by Zarfati. That's the 16th foul against Wildwood Catholic, so Camden will have possession. They'll inbound right on the sideline, right in front of their bench.
And David Zarfati, he picks up his first personal foul.
Ware in the post, backs away, goes to Hidalgo up top. Now it's Ware on the right wing against Jaleel White. Ware lost the dribble, flips it over cross court to Nasir Lett. Now it's Elkanah Hidalgo. Lobbed into the post, tipped away by Thweet, gathered by Woodley. Kicked back to Hidalgo. Hidalgo into the lane. Kicks out. Here's a 3 on the way.
Wow.
Bang! That's a big shot there by Nasir Lett.
That was a big, big shot by the sophomore.
Oh, Wildwood Catholic nearly throws it away. White did a good job to tip it off of Hidalgo.
And again, Brian, the 5'10 guard, Nasir Lett, just really buried a big shot right in front of his own bench on the right side. And there was no doubt about it when that ball left Lett's hands. And that's exactly what Coach Vic Karstoffen needed.
McGonigal back into the game for Wildwood Catholic. He has the basketball. Goes right side to White. White holding on the wing. Puts the ball on the floor. Shake and bake move. Crossover dribble, lost it, but Thweet picks up the loose ball. Thweet driving to the basket. A lot of contact, no foul. Ball's loose. Camden has it. And we're going to have a foul called against Jaleel White. And I think he hit Taquan Woodley.
It looked like there was some inadvertent contact, but nonetheless, that is a foul, and Jaleel White will get whistled for it. And that's going to send Woodley walking the length of the floor to shoot a 1-and-1. Jaleel White, he picks up his first personal foul, 7th team foul against the Crusaders. 4:12 to play in this basketball game.
Free throw is good, and now Camden back up 5 after Wildwood Catholic had cut it to 1. 4:12 to go.
Nothing but the bottom of the net for the 6'7" sophomore.
Woodley's second free throw's no good. Rebound ripped down by Thweet. Thweet hands off to McGonigal. 4:05 to go. McGonigal across the division line. Stops at the right elbow, backs away. Has Ware on a switch. Dribble drive, passes across to Thweet. Thweet no good. Rebound to McGonigal, and he is fouled. That's a good get there by the center official, because that was one of those ones where it's in the lead's lap, and Steve Selby got blocked by players in front of him, and the C went a long way to get it. Not really supposed to look there. That's one of the instances where he really should get it, and that was a great call there. Here is McGonigal to the line for 2, and he makes the first.
51-47, 3:56 to play. Camden on top.
McGonigal makes both. He'll come out of the game as they'll start doing some offense for defense switching, substituting, I should say, with McGonigal with those 4 fouls.
So that was some heady play, too, by Jake McGonigal, tracking down that loose ball.
Camden by 3, 3:50 to go. Here's Hidalgo, left side. Drives, kicks to Woodley. Now it's Tart. Tart fakes, drives, scooping layup, no good. Rebound, Taj Thweet. Thweet doubled, got it to Hopping. Hopping up to White. White had the ball taken out of his hands by Hidalgo. Hidalgo got it up to Tart. Tart's layup blocked by Thweet. Rebounds loose, and Thweet tracks it down in the corner. Got it to Ben Church, who had it stolen. Hidalgo no good. Rebound off of Wildwood Catholic and out of bounds.
Wow, there was a lot of action, a lot of helter-skelter defensive action by both teams. I'll tell you what, both teams really getting after it.
White needed to catch the ball, turn, and face.
Yes.
And he didn't do that, and Hidalgo made the great defensive play for Camden.
Absolutely, and that's what started it off. Then when it came back down, the Camden offensive end, both teams, you can see both teams really want this basketball game. Neither team giving an inch.
Hidalgo bounces right side. Picked up by Zarfati, drives, goes to Woodley. Woodley, an 18-footer, short. That's not a good shot by Camden there, as Thweet really contested that, and it goes out of bounds. Camden's shot selection tonight, buddy's been pretty good. That one was a little questionable.
Well, again, that's Tyquan Woodley, 6'7" sophomore. Yeah, a little bit hurried there, Brian, and you're right. That's a shot, obviously a possession. Coach Gerstoffen would like to have that back, but nonetheless, he does not. Catholic now with the ball, down 3.
Here's White with the basketball for Wildwood Catholic. 2:45 to go. They trail by 3. White into the paint, and he traveled.
And that time, Jaleel White trying to make something that was not there, trying to make something happen. And Camden just doing a good job in help defense. And the Panthers force a turnover.
2:40 to go, 51-48 Camden. Here's Hidalgo. Goes along the right side to Brewer. Brewer to Ware. Ware picked up by White. Ware spins around a reach, kicks in the corner. Brewer for 3. That's an air ball. Rebound Woodley, his putback is good.
And right there, the only one there to defend was David Zarfati.
Oh, Wildwood Catholic throws it away. Hidalgo blocked, though, by White, hopping the rebound. Here's White running for the Crusaders. To the basket, layup blocked. Ben Church follows, and he is fouled.
I'll tell you what, again, Camden comes down defensively, doing a good job running the floor. Jaleel White trying to challenge, taking it to the rim, but Woodley and Brewer had other ideas, doing a great job of blocking, playing defense, and not fouling. But Ben Church was then there to try and clean up the...
First free throw went in and out for Ben Church.
Ben Church was there to try and clean up the miss. He draws the foul, but as Brian just said, he misses the first free throw. And this is a big one right here.
53-48. 53-49 as Church makes the second. 2:09 to go. Here's Hidalgo. Across the division line. Hounded by McGonigal, who's in the game with 4 fouls. They get it down low. Blocked from behind by McGonigal was Jerome Brewer.
Ben Church with a big 5 points coming off the bench tonight for Coach DeWeese's Crusaders, Brian.
Inbound pass, tipped, stolen by Hopping. Hopping to the basket, layup, no good. Tipped up and in by McGonigal. It's a 2-point game. 1:55 to go. Timeout on the floor.
Coach,
We'll take a 30-second timeout. 53-51. Camden on top. Back after this on 98.7 The Coast. The leap in the air and the tip and the steal by Jacob Hopping, and it ends up with a putback for a basket, and it is 53-51. Camden on top, 1:55 to go in the fourth quarter. And again, if you're just joining us, and if you are, where were you?
yeah,
but anyway,
really?
Wildwood Catholic had trailed by as much as 14 in the first half. They cut it to 1 earlier in this quarter, and now they trail by 2. Camden the ball out of the timeout.
1:55 to go. 53-51, Camden on top.
Ethan Tart with the basketball, picked up by Jacob Hopping. In the corner to Brewer. Lob to Woodley. Brewer shot, no good. Rebound brought down by White.
That was blocked by Thweet.
White center of the floor to McGonigal. Wildwood Catholic can tie or take the lead with a 3. Hopping, lobs, it's too high for Thweet. And Woodley comes down with the loose ball for Camden. Here's Tart. Tart into the paint, kicks. Hidalgo for 3. That was blocked by Hopping. And it'll be Camden ball as it goes out of bounds.
The last 2 shots attempted by Camden, Wildwood Catholic. Sweet got a hand on one, and Hopping got a hand on that one.
1:24 to go in the basketball game, barring overtime, of course. 30-second timeout, Camden. We're going to keep it right here. They lead 53-51 with 1:24 to go. What a basketball game. I mean, Wildwood Catholic was teetering on getting blown out of this game, and then what a run that they've done here in this second half. They've outscored Camden to this point 30-21 in the second half after trailing by 11 at halftime and by as many as 14 points in the second quarter.
And Brian, here's the other one of the main reasons they're back in this. You know, they were getting out rebounded 22-11. Now the rebound differential is 28-22.
Right.
So they started to be able to make a difference on those.
I think Thweet's been a big factor on the glass in the second half for Wildwood Catholic, buddy. Camden the inbound out of the timeout, leading by 2, 1:24 to go. Ware having trouble, got it in the Tart in the corner. Tart shut off by Hopping, gets it out to Hidalgo. Hidalgo against McGonigal. Now it's swung over to Brewer. Brewer lobs to Woodley. Woodley to Ware. Ware goes down the lane, kicks out. Hidalgo, floater, short, rebound Thweet. Thweet is tied up, possession to Camden. And you've had a couple of defensive plays by Wildwood Catholic here, buddy, where they just haven't been ball strong.
Yeah, that right there, Taz Sweet, he has got to step through the defender there.
He's got to bring the ball up under his chin instead of sticking it down in his stomach.
And he's got to step through.
Camden inbounds. Here's Hidalgo. Hidalgo against McGonigal.
1 minute.
Goes to Ware. Ware holding against McGonigal. Still holding the dribble. And fouled by McGonigal, and that's his 5th.
Well, Jake McGonigal really played a strong,
solid game for Wildwood Catholic tonight.
Absolutely.
Really solid. Finishes with 8 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Shot 3 for 4 from the floor. Here's Lance Ware, a 1-and-1 with 51 seconds to go. Free throw is good.
And Lance Ware, the 6'9" junior left-hander with a sweet touch.
Second free throw by Ware is good.
Nice follow through.
Camden by 4, 51 seconds to go. Here comes Hopping. Hopping up to Zarfati. Zarfati spins away, stops, 16-footer is short. Rebound, Thweet among the trees, tipped away, and it is Ware coming up with it for Camden. Lobs it ahead, and in the corner now is Woodley, goes to the basket and stuffs with 2 hands.
Boy, a lot of contact down there. Jacob Hopping knocked to the floor, was looking for something, but...
Turnover by Wildwood Catholic and a foul.
And they're going to get Jacob Hopping right there. That's going to be Hopping's first personal foul of the game here tonight. 57-51, Camden on top. 20.6 seconds left to play. As you can hear in the background, you want the high, you got the high. But the high thought they'd probably be yelling this a little bit earlier, maybe around the third quarter.
Front end of the 1-and-one's no good. Rebound taken by Camden. In the corner, Brewer. Here's Ware. Ware goes to Brewer again in the corner. 7 seconds to go. And Camden will win it as they'll dribble it out. 57-51. And we thank Matt Ulmer of Ulmer's Appliance Service for our live video stream. That'll end the video portion of the broadcast. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back on 98.7 The Coast right after this.